Hello everyone, welcome back to day 5 of competitive programming. So let's start without delay. Let's open our terminal. Let's just start our timer first. And let's open CoachF. Actually, I realized that on Saturday we have participated after 12 o'clock, so it didn't record as Saturday. So we lost our streak. No worries. Let's finish this module today. So we'll finish. We have completed 17 questions. So let's finish them all. Let's close that and rev sort. So let's change the CP and open the rev sort in our rev sort. So yesterday we was trying to solve this question where they will be given an array and a number x. So we need to select a subset whose sum is not greater than the given number. So now let's solve it. Actually, our first approach was to find the maximum number. The maximum number and the second maximum number, and check the sum. If the sum is greater than the subset, then our output will be no, we cannot sort. But actually, if those maximum numbers are already sorted, I mean like if 12 and 13, they're already sorted, so we need not select them. For that case it is getting failed. And our second approach was to go in order and to check in adjacent numbers. But for that test case, the problem is that we are not able to check for the numbers which are not adjacent. For example, 9 and 4, 5. For let's say 9 and 4 and 5, and let's just say 10. Here we are checking only these two numbers sum and these two numbers sum. But okay, for these two numbers sum, the sum is 13. For these two, 15. So if a number 16 is given, the output will be yes. But what about the 10 and 9? In this case, the sum is increasing, but we will not select 10 and 9 to sort, because we'll select only these two numbers and 5 and 9 to sort. So the array becomes 4, 9, 5, 10, and after sorting 4, 5, 9, 10. So this is the test. This is a perfect example for why our test cases are failing. So we need to cover these two test cases right now. How do we do that? We can write two functions to do that. Or we can traverse and find out the highest maximum number and the next maximum number coming after one are already sorted. We can do that either. So what to do? I guess we'll just remove this thing and I'm thinking for the approach to solve this, you can take the arrays after reading them, finding the max number, you cannot do in that way. So you need to basically try to merge two logics. Well, in first case, we'll see. Okay, these are only for the adjacent elements. Like for the bubble sort, so we need if we are doing like the bubble sort, then we need to take two for loops and we'll try to sort them. And if we find the sum of two adjacent numbers is greater than x, then we will just print no. So let's see our bubble sort algorithm. We need the C++, so just like we'll take this for loop and we'll take another for loop. Here if in this insert before swapping, we'll check it is greater than not. The type complexity is n square, so we need to check our size. Okay, n is 10 power 5. 10 power 5. 10 power 10. I guess we'll get TLU for this. Let's just check for one time and let's see what happens. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n minus 1, I plus plus, and for int j equal to 0 and j less than n minus 1, j plus plus. If a of j is greater than a of j plus 1, then we'll just swap them. But before swapping, we'll write one more test case. If a of j plus a of j plus 1 is greater than x, then we'll just see out, we'll print no, and also we'll just break. Or we'll just return from here, because if you say break, we'll get out from this function, right? So we'll just say return. And if else, if that's not the case, then we'll swap. If the sum is less than or equal to x, we'll just swap them. And now our for loop is done. If the array is sorted, after running this two for loop, the array will be sorted. So we'll be like cout yes, you can sort the array and Newland character. It will automatically get returned. So let's run this code. Let's check whether we're getting TLE or not. Yes, no, yes. Why are we getting? Okay, we are writing 2 times endl. You can either use /n or endl. So we are using both at a time. So that was the problem. Submitting our code. Yeah, we got TLE as expected. For these test cases, it's correct. But for this, we are getting TLE. So we cannot have 2 for loops. If we remove this for loop, the problem is we won't reach to the, okay, we are swapping it. As we are swapping, we'll carry our greatest number with it, right? Yeah, that was the only mistake we are doing. I guess you got the point here. The thing is, in bubble sort, we'll sort each and every element. We not need to do that. Like let's say 4, 7, and we have 9, then we have 3, then 2, then we have 10. Now what happens in bubble sort? 4, 7 will not swap. It will be insane. And 9 and 7 and 9 will compare, will not swap. And 9 and 3 will compare, will swap. So now the greatest, now the large number is carried here. And 9 and 2 will compare to 10. Now 4, 7, 3, and we'll compare 2 and 9, and then we'll swap. See, now we got our second largest number here. Now you can check it. Now you need not select it because it's not. Now our code will get selected. There is a error in our, I forgot a bracket there. Let's add our bracket and let's run our code. And successfully we have finished our module. I hope it gets submitted. I'm hoping that it will get submitted. And in test case 1, yeah, it got submitted. And we even don't have TLE also. Time limit exceeded. We have completed all these questions. And we are remaining more 47 minutes. So let's just go back. Yeah. Let's close all of these. And we are not having access to this module because we are not using CoachF Pro. So let's just close here. And now let's go to from module. Okay, even in this I have finished all the basic programs, and in this I have completed 4 programs. And let's enter. And it says, the module says, practice problems to avoid TLE during contest. Target to solve 2 to 3 problems per day. Well, that's what we are. Those are the number of problems we are able to solve every day in 1 hour time. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are following the rule. So let's open the Night's Watch question. And let's open autumn wtch.app. Let's close this. There are watchtowers built in a row. Each watchtower can only accommodate 1 person. Some of them all are occupied by the members of the Night's Watch. Since the members of the Night's Watch do not get along, no 2 consecutive towers can be occupied at any moment. Arya heard that the buildings. Okay, this question is referring to some web series. So if you can guess it, please comment it. Are planning an attack. She is not satisfied by the current security, so the plans to place more members of the Night's Watch in the empty towers. What is the maximum number of people she can place in the towers, such that no 2 consecutive towers are occupied afterwards? Note that Arya may not remove anyone from already occupied towers. Okay. Here, 1 in the sense occupied, 0 in the sense not occupied. I'm thinking so. So the first line of which discuss can be single instance a string. So we are reading a string, so we'll use our predefined template. str tab. Okay, it's not working. Okay, we have written app, it's not app, let's change it to cpp, because C++ is the programming language you are using. Now let's open it. We'll close this file and we'll not save it, and let's take our string template, and we are reading string, and also we need to read another variable int. Okay, now it's good. So we can actually place here one member. Here you can place a member, and here you can place so 2, and this is 3. Okay, there is no explanation for this question. So how do you solve it? First, let's check if the first or else let's count all the ones in the string. There are 2 ones and 4 zeros. So 4 zeros and 2 ones. So total number is 6. For every 3 you can actually have one watts person, but it's starting with 0 1, right? So like we'll take first 2 numbers. If 1 exists, we'll not do anything in it. We'll take next 2 number if 1 exists in it. If 1 doesn't exist in it, then we'll say 1. What if this 0 is not present and there is 0 1 0 0 1? Initially no two consecutive towers are occupied. The sum of n overall test cases does not exceed 10 power 6. So he's saying initially not 2 consecutive towers will be occupied. So, and also we cannot fill no 2 consecutive towers with 1 because night watches are not compatible with each other. If it is n, if n is even, then we'll divide by 2, then we should have those many ones. If n is odd, then we'll level plus 1 by 2. Okay, I'm guessing the logic is if n is even, then first we need to count number of ones, and number of ones equal to 0 and number of zeros equal to 0. For int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. If a of, okay, it is s1, let's just change it to a, that way it is more comfortable. A of I is equal to 0, then number of zeros plus plus, else number of ones plus plus. Now if n equal to 2, then we'll just say cout n by 2 minus number of ones. Or a absolute value of this thing. Okay, in that way we'll not have any problem. Else cout ab. Okay, let's absolute value of n. Okay, n plus 1 by 2 minus number of zeros. Let's compile it. it's comma, it's not semicolon. Okay, what is the problem here again? We are having absolute, it's ending right here, and this bracket is extra. And let's copy this thing, let's paste it here, and we got the answer as level and answer as 12 2. Once again, 1 6 0 1 0 0 1. Answer is 1 and 1 level. Okay, for here the output is we didn't got an output here. What is the reason? Let's run it one more time. Let's copy our input. Let's paste it here. Okay, we got our output. We couldn't see it. That's it. We got 1 and 2. Why is that? Why is that? Number of, it's not number of zeros. It's always number of ones. Because we are the night watches are deficient and we are so then we need not require number of, we need not do this. You can just say number of ones, number plus plus, shift home, and let's remove that number underscore o, and we need not have zeros at all. So let's compile it, let's clear and also print the output. Let's take the input, give the input, and we got 1 and 3. Perfect. Let's copy everything. Let's hope our answer is correct and let's submit in anticipation that our answer is correct. Partially correct answer. Okay, we are failing for the original constraints. Initial intervals are empty. What are the original constraints? Okay, what is the part I'm missing? LL? Should we take LL? Because the sum of n overall test cases does not exceed. It's not required. Initially, no two consecutive hours are occupied. Okay, what if consecutive hours are also occupied? Original constraints. Initially, all towers are empty. If all towers are empty, then my code is working properly. And if they are not empty, it's not working properly. So I was thinking like, okay, shall we take 3 subsets? Taking 3 subsets and checking whether if any one of them is 1. Then we will, if any one of them is 1, then we will not do anything and we'll go for the next subset. I guess it doesn't work in that way. I'm thinking about how to solve this. It seems like a pretty basic question, but I'm not able to find a way or think for a way to get the solution. We have partially solved it, of course. Original constraints. We have to solve it with the help of the original constraints. Original constraints also should pass. So let's just take a variable and let's check if the present number is 0 or 1. If it is 0, and if its next number is also 0, like for this test case, then we'll make it as 1. Then we'll increase the counter, and let's take we'll do the same in the ending also. Even in the ending, if the last two numbers are zeros, then we will increase the counter. Okay, and if there is only one number, and if okay, those are the edge test cases I'm thinking of. And if even that one number is also 0, then we'll have our count as 1, and then we'll print our count. What about the okay, let's hard code it. Let's remove this thing, which is good enough for the only one test case to pass. So let's say int count equal to 0, and if a of 0 is equal to 0 and a of 1 is also equal to 0, in that case we'll say our count will be increasing. And if a of last number is equal to 0 and a of last minus 1 number is also equal to 0, then we'll say count plus plus, right? Because we'll make the last number to 1. I guess we need not write it, we can just assume that we are hiring one number there. And let's say for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and if a of I equal to 0 and a of I plus 1 equal to 0 and a of I plus 2 equal to 0. And like we cannot go for I plus 2 or I plus 1, so let's just change I to 1, and let's just say I minus 1 equal to 0, and here I plus 1 equal to 0. Even in that case we'll increase the counter. I guess these are the edge cases that okay. And we also forgot if there is only one element, that is if n equal to 1 and that one element is unfortunately equal to 1, then cout will be 0, right? Let's say it's just equal to 0. and we'll increase the count plus plus and see out count, and well, here I can say a of 1 equal to 0. If a of 0 is equals to 1, then we need not do anything, right? Then we can write else count equal count increase. But my feeling is if a of 0, a of 1, a of n, okay, these values will not be equal to 0, so automatically a of 0. If it is 1, we will not do anything anyway, so that's the reason we are leaving it here. Let's compile it. We got two errors for with comparison between pointer and integer. In line number 20, line number 16. And here it should be n minus 1, I just noticed it. We got one more function, C++ for bits comparison between pointer and integer. N equal to 1. Where did I write it? Here. This is just a string. We compiled it. Now we're taking the sample inputs and pasting it here. We got 1 and 3. The answer is correct for these test cases. Let's check it for all the test cases. It's not even partially correct this time. It's completely wrong. So what did I forget? If any three numbers consecutively are 0, then we'll increase the count. And if last two numbers are 0, I wrote it here. Okay, this is n minus 1, right? It cannot be n minus 2. Is this the fault? Yeah, even then we'll increase the count for once, and for okay, here count should not increase, it should just be equal to 1, because if there is only 1, the size of the element string is 1, and it itself contains 0 in it. So if it contains 0, we'll change it to 1, so we'll be having 1% of the watchtower. Okay, this is also wrong answer. Wrong answer. Okay, fine. There, I guess we found here something. Because after increasing the count, if you won't change the a of 0 to 1, apparently this condition will be checked again. For here it is not happening, right? It's not happening. And even for here, we need to go for count. After increasing count, then let's say n minus 1 equal to 1. We have forgotten to place this. We forgot to place this. These are the We forgot to select that there, and we are having, even if our last numbers are okay, then I guess that's it. Okay, let's give a try. Submit code. It's wrong answer one more time. And how much more time we are having? We are having 24 minutes. We have just solved one question. Let's try our best to solve this question. What am I missing here? Why am I hard coding this? Checking for first two numbers. If they are both are 0, then I'll increase by 1. Count. And checking for the last two numbers. And even if okay, before checking last two number, I guess even in the middle numbers, I guess I need to make the middle number as 1. If I don't make it as 1, then for the next iteration they will again choose that middle number, and again they will be like, it's still 0, so it will consider as within change it to 1. Assignment operator is single equal to, so let's change it to 1. Middle element. Let's say, what if the last three are in? For this question, first two elements will be checked and we'll add 1. Next, from 1 index will 3 numbers, we have 1 in it, and next 3 numbers we have 1 in it, and once again, and next 3 numbers we have 1 in it, next 3 0 1 0 we have 1 in it, and next 3. But before itself we have set our last digit to 1, right? So here, out of 4 digits, our last digit will be 1. So there is a problem, and last digit will be 1, and here in these 3 selections the middle one will be 1, right? So we need not do, okay, we'll do this, let's say after the for loop, so that will not it's like in order, first we'll check it for the front, next in the middle, and at the end at the last. Okay, Control A, Control C, go to here, Control V, and submit. Compilation error. We got compilation error. Once again, let's open our terminal. Let's compile our code. Let's see. Okay, we didn't get any mistake. Doubt. Let's give our sample test cases, and we got 1 and 3 correct answer. Control A, Control C, Control A, Control V, submit. Submissions are queued. Yeah, now it's correct answer. Okay, I guess I didn't paste it properly. Yeah, successfully we have solved 2 questions for today. I'm feeling like we can do this even optimally. So let's just check our submissions. Submissions of Jivanshu. What did he do? Wow, he has done the same thing. Even he hard coded it. Let's just check. Sumi answers of the here. She took a vector and she read the elements, and if it is not 1, she's counting the number of zeros. Okay, next v dot size equal to 0. If the size is 0, then answer is we are only pushing once into the vector, and if the vector size is 0, then we'll count the number of zeros divided by 2. We need half of the ones to place it between two zeros, right? Next, if count is equal to n and n and 1. Okay, I don't know this here. I'm not understanding this syntax here. Can you look it up later? And here inside the if inside the else part, if there are some number of ones in the string, then we'll take a variable x, and if I equal to 0, for I equal to 0, and so okay, this is something complicated, like not able to comprehend it. Let's check browse answer, and he even gave his explanation also. Okay, he's also hard coding it, I guess. Well, let's read his observation first. When zeros are present between two ones, then if the count of the zero is odd, then we can place count by 2. Once between the present two ones, and if the count is even, then I guess he's basically saying what we are done. So let's just go to another question. We have solved 2 questions today. Let's try to solve nice pairs also. Autumn, let's go get to our terminal. Let's say autumn and pairs dot cpp. Given a string s and the length n containing all numeric characters, find the number of nice pairs. A nice pair is a pair of indices such that they are between 1 and n, and j minus I is equals to sj minus si. Okay, basically their index difference should be equal to the values at those indexes. That's it, right? But the numbers are given as string, so we need to convert string to integer, and we can do that by using the function s2i. For now, let's take our predefined snippet and let's just change it to a now what are we gonna do? We need to read and also size of this. Let's say int 10. Let's read n and a. Now 0 1 2. I guess we'll take a for loop for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Control Z. Now let's convert int z equal to s2i of a. I guess we need not do it. We'll do it when we are accessing it. Let's not convert the whole string into a number right in the starting itself. So he says if let's take a counter. If index right, there are 3 nice pairs in the given string: 1 2 1 3 2 3. 1 2 0 1. Both the difference is 1 and index's difference is 1 2 3. Okay, 1 3 0 1 2 2. Okay, we need 2 for loops for this, but our constraints says we can't do that because 10 power 10 is more than 8, 10 power 8, so we will get TLE here. So think of a way where you can take the index Shall we take a value named index and let's just store the current value of index there? Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Let's just say index, its initial is 0. We'll maintain one more variable. Now for this variable, let's say absolute difference of index and I, if it is equal to you should definitely take 2 for loops. How do you do this without taking 2 for loops? You are having 1 2 3 first and their values are 0 1 2. These are the indexes. Can we do it for the consecutive numbers only? No, we cannot do it because the pair selected is 1 and 3. They also selected 1 and 3 pair, which are not adjacent. Okay, let's take one more test case here, which is 1 3 4 9 and 2, and the indexes are, let's have indexes in comments, 0 1 2 3 4. Now 0 and 1 difference is 1, 3 and 1 difference is 2. It's not a pair. 4 and 0. Shall we maintain a map with the number and its index? And then let's iterate through the no, we cannot do it. If we maintain a map, let's say it will say 1 0 3 1 4 2 9 3 2 4. Now how do you check the differences? You can only do it for the adjacent numbers if you have a for loop. Here you should be able to select like here the difference is same. Can we do that? Here we are having 2 and 1. Here we are having 3 and 1, 3 and 2, whose difference is 1, and the difference, okay, 2 and 3 is one set. Let's say the number of consecutive numbers we are having, so 1 2 3 4 consecutive numbers. Sounds should be 4, but it doesn't work like that. It's a set. Its position is also valuable for us. I'm not able to think about a way to solve this. N pairs. And how long we are having? We are having 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes to solve this question. How do we do this? We are having numbers here. We need to go for pairs. We need to create pairs. Is it mandatory that we need to create pairs? We need to select 2 numbers whose difference is equal to whose positions difference. Okay, we know, let's say we know positions will be always 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? right, and the differences will be difference of 0 and 1 is 1, 0 and 2 is 2, 0 and 3 is 3, 4, 5, 6, and go on. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 and 0 is 1, 1 and 2 is 1, 1 and 3 is 2, 1 and 4 is 2, 1 and 5 is 2, and 1, okay, 1 and 3 is 2, 1 and 4 is 3, and 5, 0 and 1 is right first thing. Yeah, that's the reason 1, and there is no 1 and 1 exists. 5, 0 and 6 is 5. So next we are having 2 and 0 is 2, 2 and 1 is 1, difference there. 2 and 3 difference is also 1, 2 and 4 difference is 2, 2 and 5 difference is 3. Like, is there any pattern? Next we'll have 3, and here will be 1, no, this is 2 and this is 1. Okay, it's like 3 and 3 is 0, 3 and 4 is 1, 3 and 5 is 2, 3 and 6 is 3. You see, if you are starting from 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. If you are starting from 3, it is 3, 2, 1, and for 4 it is 1, for 5 it is 2, and for 6 it is 3. Sorry if I missed anything in the middle also. So there is this pattern here. Okay, here it will be 4 and then 5. And 6 minus 2 is 4, so here it will be 4. So if I say, let's say they have given 9, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, and if you say like 9 without 2 loops, how are we gonna select 2? Okay, I'm not understanding. Or if we can solve this as in n log n. For this test case here, we are having 2 and 4 here, whose difference is okay. 2 and 1, no. 2 and 2, no. 2 and 3 difference is also 1. 2 and 9 difference is a lot, it's 7. 2 and 4 difference is 2. Let's just add here 4 and let's just add here 7, so that the complete question is completed here. So 7 minus 4 minus 4 is 0. 4 minus 1 is 3, and 7 minus, okay, we are having 1 and 4. But how do we do it? How do we find 1 and 4? We can take a for loop, we will maintain I in it, and the for loop will be increasing the I value, and we will increase the j value. Okay, I'm saying like, let's comment all these things. Let's say for int I equal to 0, I less than 1, I plus plus. I'm saying if I equal to, okay, then we need to take a while loop, right? Not a for loop. While j equal to n or n minus 1 Okay, while it's not equal to n minus, not equal to, say, let's say n, and let's say in j equal to 0, initially j is here, and we also take I value, I equal to 1. If I equal to 1, if I equal to n, then itself will set I equal to 1 again. Let's start I from 0, let's start I from 1, and let's set I from j plus 1. Initially it is 1, next it is j plus 1, and let's increase the j. Okay, and now if we need to convert them, okay, int a equal to string to int of a of I, if it is n minus 1, itself will change the j value. And let's maintain one more variable called count equal to 0. Basically I'm trying to create two for loop, n square 2 for loops by using single loop, so that I will be increasing every time j runs, and if I reaches to I will be increasing, right? So I plus plus, I will be increasing every time while loop, but j will not increase. J will increase only when I reaches n, then again j will be reset. Now if let's take int b equal to string to integer a of I plus 1, and if here you are only taking adjacent numbers, right? Let's just say j. No, I will be changing, and if a of I, okay, let's take I absolute of a of I minus a of j equal to absolute of I minus j, then we'll increase count. I guess that's it. Cout count and then g plus plus n pairs, int for array subscript. Okay, we have declared the array already, right? So this, let's say, let's think to C. Okay, so absolute of C minus, let's just say C minus B. Okay, we got few warnings, I guess. What is there? Because of their s2i, no matching function for the call s2i. String to int conversion in C++. This is what we have seen last time, I guess. You cannot use typecasting to change it. That's what he says in the starting. He says s2i is the function. s2i. No matching function called to s2i. allocate a character value type. So character in how to change, it's not int into character, it's character into int in CPP. Let's see character to int conversion using typecasting. We have a solution, int of char. So we can just say int of and clear and compile and pairs. Now let's just run it. Here are the sublist cases. Paste it. You got 6, 7 and 17. Okay, every time count increases. Let's just print C minus B and with some gap, and let's print I minus J also, and we'll compare it. Let's run with only one test case. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, first we're having 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 0 and 0, 0 and 0. What is 0? Okay, let's print C space B and I space J. Let's print these numbers. Okay, our timer has ended at 12:22 and it's been 2 minutes that our timer has been ended. Okay, let's just set a timer for 5 more minutes. Compiling. Yeah, forgot it, of course. Now let's queue 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. It says 50, 40, 30, 49, 1. Okay. There it's in ASCII value side. 49 is the ASCII value, so it just prints. First, see if it is 1, it will change into 49. So we'll subtract it by 48. We'll just compile one more time, and now giving the inputs. Okay, sorry. Clear, compile. Let's say 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's 2, 1, 1, 0 and 3, 1, 2, 0. Index of 3 is 2 and 1 of 0 and 2, 2, 1, 1. 3, 2, 2, 1. 3, 3, 2, 2. Okay, 1 and 2 is, yeah, we have 1 and 2 here. We are also having 2 and 1, I guess. No, we are not having it. What is minus 48 and minus 48? Okay, here we are, and I should not be equal to J. If we do that, we need to compile it. Print 1, 2. Okay, it's 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I think we are getting the right answer. Let's delete it. Clear, n pairs a dot out, copy, paste. Yeah, 3 to 9. Yes, we got the right answer here. So that's how we created equivalent to two loops using one while loop with the help of this if block and that while loop. Currently running test case 3. Time limit exceeded. We are able to solve two of them. For the third one, time limit exceeded error we are getting. Of course, this module is to teach us to solve the problems in a way we will not face TLE. Contents will know character 0 to 9. How do you? What is the better way here? I have basically implemented n square into 2 for loops into 1 for loop, but I am still doing same number of operations, so I need to reduce my number of operations. We'll solve this question tomorrow. We have successfully solved 2 questions today. That's what our git is. Okay, third question we have solved rev sort and n pairs. Okay, n pairs we are trying that, and it's watch. These are the 2 questions we have solved today. Let's stop this and thank you.